For best ages, long since gone, a heritage has come to me. Among strange folk, among my own, me it caresses motherly. Of it to me dream fables sing, of first thou patches venally, the wood September memorine, and oak tree lawn have borne away.
Good afternoon. Today we invite you to our small, picturesque, cozy and hospitable Belarusian town of Ошмяны. Ошмяны is a unique town. Its history is connected with many historical events of our motherland. The streets of Ошмяны have its own unique life. They have seen a lot for centuries. A lively trade route ran from the Baltic states to Russia. People could see a large procession of Polish kings and great Lithuanian princes. Ошмяны was famous for its fairs and bazaars, bringing luck to one and destruction to others. It was common to hear different languages: Russian, Polish, Lithuanian, Jewish and Belarusian. Let's walk along the streets of our town and get acquainted with the most interesting architectural monuments in it. Now we're standing near a famous stone in our town. Here you see the date of its formation. Ошмяны was first mentioned in the Chronicle of Lithuania and Žemaitija in 1341. Some historians believe it appeared more earlier in the times of Mindaugas, and it was his own domain. Ошмяны received the status of the town from Grand Duke Vytautas. In the 16th century, it was given the Magdeburg law, and in 18th century, Ошмяны had its own emblem.
The town began with the so-called Old Town, which was located in a place where today there are the remains of the Franciscan church, built in 1505. Grand Duke and Polish King Alexander gave the church to the Franciscans. In 1655, the church was damaged during the Russian-Polish War, but then was fully restored. In 1805, the church was rebuilt in the classical style. After the fire in 1822, the church was again fully updated. The Catholic shrine was looted during the uprising of 1830-1831. In the 30s of the 19th century, the church was closed. In 1845, the church was eliminated. The last abbot of the church was the priest Twardowski. Later, the building of the church was used as a storage.
The town developed mainly on the left bank of the river Ошмянка. Here, at the crossroads of the main highway and the ancient tract, a trade center and a market square with a town hall appeared. We are in the center of the square, near one of the most beautiful buildings in the town. At the end of the 19th century, it was decided to build a stone Catholic church. The project was prepared by the architect Václav Michniewicz. In 1899, Kazimierz Czajkowski, a priest of the church, began the construction, but he didn't finish that construction. At the age of 64, he died. In 1904, a priest, Julian Idiatovich, became the abbot of the church. He finished the building of the church in 1903. It was built in the style of the Vilnius Baroque. The church was sanctified in honor of Archangel Michael. But in 1948 it was closed, and a priest Valerian Golyak was blamed in anti-Soviet agitation and arrest. During many years of this existence, the temple was used as a water tower, a storage, a branch of the Vilnius plant of radio measuring devices. The Church of St. Michael the Archangel has been functioning since 1988.
In 1873, the priest Danil Petrovsky received a permission for building Spaso-Voskresenskaya church in the center of our town. The architect Chagin was the author of the project. The construction of the church lasted 18 years. It was delayed many times because of financial problems. In 1873, the priest Danil Petrovsky received a permission for building Spaso-Voskresenskaya church in the center of our town. The architect Chagin was the author of the project. The construction of the church lasted 18 years. It was delayed many times because of financial problems. In 1964, the church was closed because of the policy of militant atheism. For a long period of time, there was a warehouse on it. Only in 1989, after numerous requests and appeals of believers, the church was returned to the local congregation. Now it is an active church with many parishioners.
Look at this architectural monument. It's a synagogue. On the 13th of November 2002, the synagogue was included in the state list of the historical and cultural values of the Republic of Belarus. The construction of a brick synagogue began in Ошмян in 1857 and lasted for many years because of received donations. According to some sources, it was finished at the end of the 19th century, according to the others, in the beginning of the 20th century. In 1941-1942, the Jewish ghetto was located in the synagogue and in the nearest streets. During the World War II, the greatest part of Jewish people was exterminated. After the war, the activity of the synagogue did not resume. As you can see, the building has preserved so far, but it needs reconstruction.
Walking along the streets of our town, you can see a lot of modern buildings, as well as some old ones. Welcome to Ошмян to see its unforgettable beauty.